If you feel like bronzers look too orange on you or just always look weird, this is the perfect video for you. I'm going to be sharing my top 10 favorite bronzers, especially for fair skin. But even if you aren't a similar skin tone to me, all of these formulas do offer a variety of shades to suit different skin tones. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Before we start, if you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you do find it helpful at any point, it really helps out my channel, and thumbs it up, that'll be cool. If you also want to see this type of video as a series, pop a comment down below. I think it would be super helpful to do so, so let me know. Before we get into my favorite bronzers, I have a really cool sponsor of this portion of today's video, which is Shop Miss A. I have a lot of goodies I'm going to be sharing with you today, but first and foremost, if you've never heard of Shop Miss A, I would be shocked if you haven't. Shop Miss A is a female-founded brand, and on their website they sell a bunch of different stuff, makeup, skincare, lifestyle, home goodies, and everything is $1. It's basically the dollar store, but for just the fun stuff. As you probably know, beauty products in general can get so expensive, and there's usually just some key basic items that I always run out of and need to repurchase, and that's what I love Shop Miss A for. They just sell those really good essential products that are just the same quality as expensive products, if not better. I found one of my new favorites that I will mention soon, but let's get into the products that I picked out. I have two pairs of lashes here, one of which I am wearing on my eyes today, which are these ones. I trimmed them, that's why they look like that. But these are the AOA Studio 3D Faux Mink Premium Natural Lashes. These are $1.55. They do have some products that are more than $1, but they are their charity edition product, which means that the amount over $1 gets donated to charity, which is super cool. So these lashes I'm wearing today, they are the Faux Mink ones. They are absolutely stunning. I'm really amazed by the quality of these. I especially feel like I spend so much money on lashes. They can get really expensive, and sometimes I find lashes can only last maybe 2 to 3 wears if I really take care of them. So it's great to have a nice affordable option that I could just really stock up on. This style is just what I love in a lash. It's fluttery, it's spiky, it's pretty and soft, and it just has the perfect amount of drama. I did trim them so they would fit my eye. Perfection, love those. And then I picked out a pair a little bit more natural. This is also from AOA Studio. These are their Natalia lashes, and these are natural hair lashes. So these are very wispy and light. They actually are really unique. They have these tiny little hairs at the bottom of them that sort of like flare out and just give you a very fluttery look. If you like fluttery lashes, definitely try this style out. I think they're stunning. And these ones are the Invisiband ones, so they're very natural looking. And then I had to try out their sponges because I've heard so much about them, and I've been on the hunt for a new sponge ever since my old favorite changed their sponge, which disappointed me so much. So I picked up two. First is the AOA Wonder Blender. This is just their classic blender in the black one, which I haven't opened yet. And I also have the Wonder Blender. It's very dirty because I've been using it all the time, but this is the Paw Paw edition one, which is pink. Also a charity edition item, so it is more than $1, but it gets donated to charity. This is extremely soft. It's just everything I love in a sponge. Super, how would I describe this? Spongy? I don't know if that's the right word. It's brings back very easily, which I really like because it just gives you such an even blend. The texture is smooth. It's not like a microfiber sponge that gives texture to your face. It is really smooth. It doesn't absorb a ton of product, and the shape is just classic. This can get onto the inner corner, but then you have all the different sides to work on with your face. I need to wash this, but I've been obsessed with this and will 100% repurchase these because they're my favorite sponge that I've tried thus far. Then I have a couple more makeup products, and this bag that I picked out I thought was so cute. It has all these different lips on it. Also $1. How cute is this, just for makeup storage? And then in here I really wanted to try out their makeup products, so I picked up a highlight and a blush. Starting with the Halo highlight. This is insane. Like, I was not expecting this highlighter to go this hard. This is the shade Amour, which kind of looks like it's going to be very pink, which it is, but once you blend it in, I have it on my cheeks today, It is insanely gorgeous, so pigmented. Like, you can just tell on my face, it's one of those highlights that is so attention grabbing. But what I love about this is it's that baked formula, so the shimmer in it is not chunky at all. It's a very, very fine shimmer, so even though it is very dramatic, it gives a nice softness. And then the other product is their Lumi blush. This is the shade Frantic Pink. I thought this looked so pretty. This is definitely a very shimmery blush, but once it's sheared out, it's a gorgeous blush topper, or to use on its own. It's a little bit less dramatic than the highlight itself, but it still has that very pretty glow to it. And I would definitely be interested in picking up more shades of both of these actually. Super impressed with the formula for the price. Can't really get better than that. And then last but not least, I have a couple miscellaneous home items. First, these I guess are miscellaneous body care products. These are from their Official Key Items brand, and these are the body warmer patches. I actually have one of these on my back right now. These are absolutely incredible. They are such a good size. They're almost the size of the package. These are an air activated, ultra thin and odorless heat therapy for temporary relief of minor muscular and joint ache. Great for pain and menstrual cramps if you do get them. This is amazing. I do have a lot of joint pain and back pain. That's why I have one on my lower back right now. And these stay warm forever. If you tried like those little heat patches you might get at like a sporting goods store, that they do get warm, but they don't last that long, maybe an hour at most. These, I'm telling you, like 12 hours plus, they stay hot. And for the price, it's insane. My boyfriend has actually been stealing these from me almost every time he goes out to go fishing to warm his hands up. So try these out. They're just amazing. And I picked out this product I thought was really cool. This is the Official Key Item washable and reusable lint roller. I actually already used this, so it's a bit dirty. This is so unique because it's washable. I really like how you don't have to buy the refills for it. You can literally just wipe this off, and then it just has this sticky texture on it that sticks to all of the fuzz or lint that you want to get off of your clothes, especially if you have pets. You know, these are essential. Or if you just have a lot of black clothes like I do, this gets a ton of use. Definitely gonna keep this in my closet. And then I just picked out another lint roller so I could have a backup one. I love how these come in like really aesthetically pleasing colors. They're gorgeous. And then to hold everything, this is a bin that they sell. I believe this is the large size. What's so cool about this is it's actually collapsible. Great for beauty products. Like, I'm probably gonna put all my products that I use for videos in these so they're easy to put away. But you can collapse it down and store it. And they're also stackable, so you could get several of them, and they come in really pretty colors. I mean, just super useful and such a good buy. Oh, I almost forgot. I actually have one more product that has been an everyday use for me. This is from AOA Studio. This is the, again, I think the Paw Paw collection, so it's more than $1, but it's the charity edition. I've wanted a handheld mirror for I don't know how long, because I really like to see up close when I'm doing my makeup, and the little like compact mirrors that come in makeup I feel like are so tiny. They also get pretty dirty just from the makeup. This is the perfect size. Mine is dirty. I need to wash it, but this has been extremely useful. I've been using it every day and I think it's just super cute. That was everything from Shop Miss A. Thank you to them for sponsoring today's video, and please don't forget to check them out if you wanted to restock some essentials. They have so many fun products on there. It's just a really fun site to browse. Also, if you are getting someone stocking stuffers this year, literally the perfect site, super affordable, and everything's very good quality. So I really enjoyed trying out all those products from them. Starting with my top 10 bronzers, I have 3 categories. I have matte, shimmer, and creams. Let me start in the matte category. So I have 3 different ones here. These are all high-end. I don't really have a favorite drugstore matte bronzer, but I will hopefully find one in the future to share with you. But these are my 3 favorites. Starting with the Fenty Beauty matte bronzer. This is the lightest shade in the Sun. Fenty's just a great brand. They're super inclusive with their shades. This I'm actually almost hitting pan on. This is just the perfect light bronzer shade if you have fair skin. I will go ahead and insert a swatch here. This is a super creamy blendable matte formula. I think this is such a good buy. It's really worth the money. The tone of this one is warm, which I expect a bronzer to be, but I feel like they just really nailed the undertone of it. It's not too red, it's not too orange, it's just really perfection. I think a lot of people would enjoy this and find it flattering on their skin. Next is a bronzer that's even lighter than that one. This is from Pure Cosmetics. This is the Bronzing Act in the light shade. First off, this is made with cocoa powder, so it smells like chocolate. And as you can tell on my finger and from the swatch, it is very light. I'm gonna have to build it up to even show you a swatch of it. This one is even cooler toned than the Fenty one. It's super creamy, buttery, soft, matte formula. Blends like a dream. Usually I do have to build this up because it's so light, but it just ends up looking super seamless, and it's just a really great find for a fair skin bronzer. Next, we have my most luxurious of the three, which is from Victoria Beckham. This is a bronzer and contour duo, but I don't really find the contour shade to be a contour. I'll mention that in a little bit. This is called the Matte Bronzing Brick in the shade 01. I have a hard time saying that. So you get two shades in here, and you could also pop this out and refill it. So when I first bought this, my compact was broken. They sent me a new one, no problem. So they have really good customer service. Compact's very luxurious. It's Victoria Beckham. It just feels expensive, and it actually is. So over here you get this super light warm tone, like almost a setting powder if you have medium skin. So this is a nice bronzer. It is pretty orange. I will probably only recommend this if you have a warmer undertone, or you know that you like a warmer bronzer. I like this contour shade a little bit better. Again, I find this a little bit too warm to be a contour, but these are nice light matte formulas. I actually mix these together most of the time, and they blend really nicely and are a beautiful combo to switch up depending on what kind of look you want. Next is shimmery bronzers, which are my personal favorite, but all of these that I'm going to mention are a very subtle shimmer. I don't like glittery bronzers that enhance texture. I like something with a glow to it. A lot of these are baked, which seem to be my go-to for a shimmery bronzer. First, I'll start with actually my newest find, which kind of surprised me. I didn't think this was going to necessarily work for my skin tone, but this is from Chantecaille. Very luxurious, but I do have a drugstore version for you. This is their Real Bronze bronzer. I believe this is a gel powder hybrid formula. The packaging is just absolutely insanely beautiful, and this undertone and formula is just perfection. It almost has like this hint of orangeness, definitely a bit warmer, but I have it on today. I think this just melts into the skin and looks really natural. It's buildable. It doesn't pull orange or look fake on me, and it's just something I keep reaching for ever since I discovered this. It's become a new staple. And then my other high-end pick is from Hourglass. I got this 2 years ago around the holidays. This is the Nude Bronze Light Ambient Lighting Bronzer. This has a swirl of 2 shades. I just mix them together. This is another one that's pretty light and not on the warm side. This is one of my cooler bronzers, especially compared to the Chantecaille one I just swatched. This has more of a brown tone to it, which is so flattering. The shimmer in this one is very, very subtle, very barely noticeable. The tone just works perfectly. It's almost like a contour and bronzer in one, and you get really beautiful packaging. As I mentioned, I've had this for 2 years now, and I still haven't hit pan on it, and I use it absolutely constantly. So apparently a good amount of product in here too. Now for my more affordable versions, first is the Honest Beauty. This is actually a highlighting powder in the darker shade, but it works really nicely as a bronzer for fair skin. This is the Dusk Reflection Luminizing Glow Powder, and this is a baked highlighter formula, but it is so finely milled. It's definitely not highlightery in any sense. This is a shade that has a little bit more warmth. It pulls a tiny bit red on the skin, but I don't know, it still seems neutral to me. It's just sheer and buildable, and the glow it gives is stunning. This in the summer is unreal. It's a really great, more affordable version. I believe they sell this at Target. Amazon always has them, so that's a good pick if you're on a budget. And then my other drugstore pick is the Flower Beauty Heat Wave Luminous Bronzer. This one's the shade Sunrise. This is another baked formula. This looks very cool toned in the pan, and it is a pretty cool toned bronzer when you swatch it as well. The tone of this is beautiful. I think it pulls a little bit warmer on my hand than it does in the pan. You could actually see where I swatched it. It turned a little bit warmer. This is stunning. The glow is beautiful. The shade is neutral and flattering and works with any look that I put it with. One of my favorites for sure. Next, let's talk cream bronzers. I have some matte and some shimmer options. Starting with my shimmery option, Tower 28 Bronzino. They have a lot of different shades of this, but this is the lightest shade, Suncoast. So if you have very fair skin, this could work as a bronzer for you because it's very fair. It does pull a little bit warmer. It is the most shimmery and glowy out of all of these products. I do have to be quite ginger with it when I apply that, but it's a really pretty glow product, especially for summer if you're going for more of that sun-kissed, super glowy look. And then I also really enjoy the Say Beauty Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer. These came out and they remind me of the Chanel bronzers that were so popular, but I never purchased just because the shade seemed like it would be horrible on my skin, like very orange. So I was excited about this. This is the lightest shade. These are very creamy. I like how you get this big pot of product to play with and sort of dip your brush in. This I would say is the warmest out of all of these bronzers, but I can still make it work. Maybe not the warmest, but definitely the most red undertone to it. So if you don't like that, maybe avoid this one, but I find that sheared out under foundation or layered on top, you can definitely make it work. Next is a contour product, but I actually find this to be more of a bronzer. If you have an olive undertone or neutral skin and you like more olive or yellow undertone products, this is a really interesting tone in a cream product. This is from Danessa Myricks and it's called their, I think these are just their cream contours. The lightest shade, you can tell in the pan, this has this like green olive undertone to it, which I actually feel is really flattering, although in the swatch you might be like, that doesn't look like it'll work. Disclaimer, as I said before, if you have olive tone warm skin, I think you would like this one. If you are cooler toned, I'm not sure this would be the most natural looking on you. It's a nice creamy formula that blends out to be more sheer, and I just find this shade to be very unique if you wanted a more olive yellow bronzer. And then the last product I have to mention is actually a foundation, which is a good tip if you have a hard time finding bronzers that work on your skin tone, is to just buy a different shade of foundation. This is the Hailey's Beauty foundation stick in 4.25 and I just love the tone of this. I think it just works really well. It's kind of in between a bronzer and a contour for me. Blends out nicely. It is more pigmented, so you have to be more light-handed with it. I like to do this if I'm doing something a little bit more glam. I'll layer it with other products. Also great if you want a bronzer that adds coverage to your face because it is a foundation stick, so it adds that coverage and doesn't necessarily take it away like maybe a light glowy cream bronzer would. So this is a good pick. I hope they still sell these. This is quite old, but it's a really good product. That was it for my favorite bronzer video. Thank you again to Shop Miss A for sponsoring the beginning of this video, and thank you to all of you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing more of these and what specific video category or makeup category you'd like to see it on next. But thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.